And then at 8:40, a new guest in a new slot, Eric Bourgol. He is a forerunner, a trailblazer in the world of digital detoxing, and he had quite an influence on me after I'd spoken to him a couple of times in the last couple of months. He created the company, or the movement, I suppose, the idea of DigiPause, which is to, and we are aware of the big irony here, whilst you're watching this on social media and using digital platforms to consume this, the dangers thereof. It's all about balance, isn't it? And we are in the early stages, are we not, of the digital addiction, I suppose. Way of putting it. And he's here at 8:40 to talk to us about that and to give us a little bit of an insight. I think it's not, it will come as no surprise to anybody to realize that there are some, I hesitate to use the word dangers, but it can just take over our awareness. Our delicate, precious awareness and consciousness can be eaten up by these digital platforms and the very crafty addiction that they create. He's going to help us see that in a new way and help us rid ourselves perhaps of so much dependency on such things. But don't digital detox right now, because we need to speak to Jeremy and Rosella, who are putting on a workshop real soon. Let's bring them onto the screen. Nice big round of applause and have them on the screen with us here. Ladies first, Rosella and Jeremy. Hola, buen día, tudo bem? Oh, buenos dias.
Good morning.
Hola, buen día. How are you doing? Is everything okay, Rosella? She might not be able to hear us there, Jeremy. Do you know what? I'm going to wait until the expression on her face changes to one of victory and pleasure rather than technological terror, which I think may have been going on there for a moment.
Yes, yeah, Jeremy, I can't hear anything there.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Keep trying, so we can hear you. No, we can't. We can see you, but we can't hear you just yet. Just take your time, and when we get a thumbs up from you, we'll bring you onto the screen. In the meantime, Jeremy is going to tell us all about the workshop that you're doing together. Good morning to you, the man with the silver balls. We know him as in here in San Martino de Porto, Bull Petonk. He's our Petonk Meister. That's going really well, isn't it, Jeremy, here in San Martino?
Isn't it lovely? Yes, isn't it nice? It's such a nice little community thing going on. It's nice. Sort of two interests in life, Qigong and Petonk. Surprisingly, interestingly, they join together. You can find that same Zen zone to use both of them.
That's so true. I've seen you when you get in the zone. You're very good at the sport, and you've been very kind in sharing your kit and creating a space for people to play Bull Petonk here in San Martino. So well done on you for that. And of course, before that, you came to the men's shed and talked to us about Qigong. You want to set up a Qigong enterprise here in San Martino, and I wish you all the best of luck with that. And you're also doing a workshop with Rosella as well. Tell us about that, if you will.
I think Rosella's back online, actually.
Okay, let's see if she can join us now. Hola, bom dia, tudo bem?
Yeah, good morning. Yes, sorry, my audio was not working. I couldn't hear anything.
No, you are with us now, and that's all that matters. And Jeremy was just about to tell us about the workshop you will be running together, right? I think maybe near here in San Martino de Porto, certainly in Portugal.
That's right, yes. Alfezeran.
Are you going to be at the Alegria Centre doing it? Is that the venue, or somewhere else? One of our many other wonderful retreat centres that seem to be popping up all over the place.
Oh, I see. No, not the Alegria Centre. No, it's the place, the Tai Chi Centre. Is it called Sophia?
Okay.
We should really know this.
Do you know what? For anyone who is interested, we will find out where it's happening and we will pass that information on. But what's the workshop about?
Rosella, you start.
Okay. So this workshop is an experiential workshop where is like, we could say, are the first steps where people can try and taste and play about going back to themselves. So it's like it doesn't want to be something too deep, too serious, too difficult. It's like first steps, and it's like to open maybe a new point of view of life. Sometimes we just live with autopilot, you say in English, going on like your daily life, and you just go on following your reference system in your mind. But maybe someone can feel that something's not really flowing well, or there is something more, or maybe they want to experience something.
This is a feeling people, I think, are increasingly having, right? It's like, sorry, I interrupted you there. I think we're getting there, aren't we? This connection across Iberia is slowly falling into place. But I totally get the gist of what you're saying, and I think more and more people are experiencing this. Like, maybe there's something not quite right here, or there may be more to life. Is it that sort of vibe? And this is a space, a safe space to explore that.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly it, Carl. Okay. It's also. Oh, actually, by the way, I have just found out where it is, which is always useful.
Excellent.
So it's called Studio. I know that would be really good, isn't it? It's called Studio Movimento in Peseran. And it's just a little Tai Chi studio there. Really nice little place. We have it for the Saturday morning, the 26th of July. That's where our course is going to be.
Okay, so brilliant. Right. Tell us more about it as well then. So who should go, and what might they expect to achieve by being with you for the workshop?
Interesting question. I think that anybody who is interested in looking at their journey, shall we say? So that's a big term, journey. What does it actually mean? We have this idea that we're all heading somewhere, but the question is, are you heading somewhere in a conscious way, or a subconscious, or a non-conscious way, let's say?
Yeah, right.
And so I think this is about looking at that and looking at it through different various lenses as well. And so the question is, is it going to be a kind of like a Qigong course? Is it a meditation course? And the answer is kind of yes. It's about, how do you find your way back to yourself? How do you consciously move forward in your life? And so we're going to offer techniques from all sorts of different places, if you like, all sorts of different lineages, and then try and pull them together. So we're hoping to offer people useful tools to help them on their journey. There's no better way to put it than journey. It makes it sound very odd, doesn't it? But it's that kind of like exploration of one's life, I suppose. And basically, because Rosella and I, our lives, I think, are marked out by doing that. And so it's a kind of, that's just what we're offering to help other people do as well. Does that seem fair, Rosella?
Yes. Well, yeah. Rosella, please, yes, definitely answer that. But also, could you tell us what it is you bring as well? Because I've not spoken to you very much. I've had an experiential encounter with Jeremy, with Qigong, but I'm not exactly sure what you're bringing to the workshop and your skills. So tell us a little bit about yourself as well, if you don't mind.
Well, it's more than 20 years that I've been doing studying techniques in the holistic world, and not only. And so I will bring actually what worked the most for me, which is a combination of learning to embody the body, to the body perception. And I find this tool very, very effective to release emotion, release traumas, to release even patterns and beliefs. The body is a beautiful thing, and so we should take care about the body and the energy level, at the physical level, and also in this invisible part of consciousness, because consciousness is in the body. So all the work with the body, on perceiving the body, there are also some works that will be like pair work, so 2 people or more people working together, so it's really experiential. And then there will be like kind of a meditation, mindfulness. I'm a Qigong teacher too, so we will be mixing several things. Also, in order of the people we will have in front of us, we can make kind of a program, and then depending on what we have in front, we will be adjusting, which tools they really need, where they are, where do they want to go. So let's see.
I love it. I absolutely love this. And my personal view, perhaps, is there's something about these times that we're in, and we've been on this, going back to this idea of a journey. Humanity, industrial, Western culture has really put us in our minds, hasn't it? So there seems to be an incredible relevance for what you're doing, what you're suggesting to people. to get back in their bodies. I mean, we're undeniably bodies, right? Well, this is how we do our journey. We're residents in a body, but we've become so in our heads and so mental. And then outside, the world is such an expression of that, isn't it? You know, AI, for example, technology. These are all expressions of the mental person, and I mean that in every sense of the word. And we seem to have forgotten our poor little bodies and our miraculous bodies, as you put it, Rosella. So this is a way of remaking that relationship and connection with our whole selves, if you like, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's about taking care of the entirety, the totality of what we are, because we, as you said, we tend to live just in the head, and the body just swallow. But actually, when we say we are in the head, our presence, so our essence, is disconnected because we were lost outside. We are totally lost of what we see, of what we think we need to do, and blah 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 blah. And we're not really living ourselves. Who are we?
Yes, right.
You know,
and you mentioned the T word as well, didn't you? Trauma, and as I understand it, the past lives on in our bodies, so we're carrying all that around, aren't we? And on one level, it's like we might see that as anxiety or worry, and challenges, mental problems, and there's a lot of that, isn't it? You know, within CBT counselling, and a lot of mental approaches to undoing what might have happened in the previous part of the journey. But this sounds more like a physical way of being aware of it and addressing it inside yourself. And ultimately, of course, I'm guessing this isn't a massive sort of navel gazing exercise. This is about being free of that stuff, right? And living a beautiful, embodied, unburdened and joyous life in your body. Is that right, Jeremy?
Correct. Absolutely. Couldn't have put it better myself, Carl. Very good. Yeah, that's exactly it. And just to add to the general conversation, I think what we're really hoping for is that this is a starting point for Rosella and I to teach together, to blend together our two sets of ideas. But what we're hoping to do is to keep this as a moving program as well, to be able to run this regularly so that people can start their work and continue their work with us as well, perhaps individually or as a group, you know, whatever seems to work. But yeah, that's the general idea, is exactly that, is to really look at this journey in depth for each person and see what's required and see how we can help them to move forward.
Wonderful. So this is a very brief appearance this morning because we got to move on to Coach Turner, who's with us, who'll be looking at the body from a different aspect. He's like our physical coach. We've got Eric joining us, who's like a mental well-being expert from the point of digital detoxing. I just want to ask you one more question and get an answer from both of you, if I may. I think a lot of people will see what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, that would be so good. I am in my head all the bloody time, and it's driving me nuts. I'd love to be in my body more. I'd love to develop this thing everyone's talking about of awareness. And maybe, yes, I would like to be free of some of these aches and pains, which might be sort of trauma related. But I'm terrified of going on a walk. I've never done anything like this in my life. Are they going to turn me into a vegetarian, a vegan?
Yeah.
Are we going to be running through the woods naked? People have these questions and worries, don't they? So, ladies first. Is it going to be an easygoing and accessible workshop where people don't need to be terrified?
No, absolutely no. No.
sorry to ask that, but I think that is a present thing for people. You know, the fear of the unknown, if you like. We don't know what it's going to be like.
Well, it's something very soft and gentle. The first thing is to respect ourselves, and so the first thing is respecting where the person is and see which steps the person is ready to do. So it's not forcing anything at all. That's really the first thing. It's totally about no judgment and acceptance, and go step by step. And if I can say, many workshop I've done in courses about these deep things, there were a lot of, we can say, people with a certain age, maybe not too young, and I can see what you say, but actually, if you lead the workshop, the space, you keep the space really gentle and soft and respectful.
Yes,
there's really no forcing anything.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much. Jeremy, what might you add to that about people's concerns, not knowing what they're letting themselves in for, but being utterly attracted to that idea of freedom, for the rest of their journey? And it might be, foreigners. We're talking about a journey within the journey, the new journey in Portugal, and the new way of seeing and being their life as well. So how would you respond to that, Jeremy?
in order to teach this workshop, I will have to put my vegetarianism to one side and stop running naked in the woods, just to just to come to the course. But I will be stepping that aside, I promise.
Thank you for that, George.
It's interesting because I had the most conservative life available to a middle-aged man. And going on workshops for me was utterly terrifying, and actually what I realized is that it's scary to unburden your soul in front of other people. But the second you get, the hang of it, if you like, it instantly becomes a real release for people. And so the thing about it is, as Rosella says, a soft, caring space is all that's required, and that's what we're setting up. We're just opening up a little room to allow a few people to sit together and to enjoy each other's company. Nothing more than that. We're not going to be requiring you to do anything crazy, weird. You keep all of your clothes on. It's going to be very, very consensual. So don't worry, it's not a scary place, I promise.
I'm so glad to hear that. And Jackie's here as well, Bondia Gumpers. And I wish you all the best with it. Alfezaran, of course, home of the great Atelier de Dos, sweet workshop, the Pal de Lo, and now life-changing, life-enhancing workshops with you both as well, Rosella and Jeremy. Thank you so much for being here, and all the best with that. And come back again. We want to hear more from you and see how this whole thing is going to grow and help people here in Portugal. So thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
Ciao, ciao. Okay, and we'll keep that applause going and bring the coach on now. Coach Ian Turner. There he is.
Bom dia.